outro because my camera's about to die, but today I'm filming this full face New Year's Eve makeup holiday tutorial for you guys, and I'm so excited to show you this look. I really like the way it turned out, and I was kind of just winging it, so I got really excited when it actually did turn out good. But yeah, it's this really dark smoky eye, but still incorporates glitter and stuff, because usually I use like silvers, so I wanted to move my way into like more gold, darky, smoky colors, so it really turned out the way I wanted to, and I was so excited. So if y'all want to see how to get this full face New Year's Eve makeup look, if you're going out or if you're partying or if you're just staying home, if you want to see how to get this makeup look, so I thought I would go ahead and start with my eyes first, because we are going to be using some darker shades and I don't want it to like end up all over my foundation. And also, if my eyebrows look really red, I just got done kind of plucking them because I noticed as soon as I turned on the camera it was like, whoa. So I just plucked them a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom y'all in. So I'm gonna first start off by priming my eyes with my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. Then I'm gonna go ahead and set that on place with a skin tone shade. I'm gonna use my Kat Von D palette, but you could use any neutral palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this warm peachy shade and use that as my transition shade. So I'll buff it into the crease and above it with a big fluffy brush. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take my 217 brush and dip into this brown reddy shade. And I'm gonna buff this mainly into the crease and outer corner of my eye. And it's okay if you get it on the lid, because we are gonna be placing a darker shade there anyways. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and take that warm shade that we started with and just buff everything together. So I want my base to be really, really dark, so I'm gonna take this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Black Beam. Then I'm gonna go ahead and blend that in with my finger. Okay, so after you got that black base on there, you're gonna wanna go back in with your 217 brush or whatever brush you used in your crease and just blend out the edges, just so it doesn't look like you basically slapped something on your lid. And I know it can be a little bit difficult since it's cream, but just try your hardest to blend back and forth. Now I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more of the black base just on the lid part, just to deepen it up a little bit, since we blended it out a little bit. Now you're gonna wanna go in with any black. I'm taking the one from the Kat Von D palette, and you could use any black of your choice basically, and a flat brush, and go over that black base. Now I'm taking my 217 brush and that reddish brown shade once again and going back in the crease just to blend out the edges of the black. And it does look messy at first, but it will all come together in the end, hopefully. Now I'm gonna go in with a clean brush that's more pointed like this one. You just wanna find one that's kind of smaller than what you were using and just really get into that crease. Make sure there's not any naked spots. Then taking some more of that red brown right on top of the crease. Then just packing a little bit more black onto the lid. Now for the fun part, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Sephora glitter glue and a flat brush. This one's from Urban Decay, and pack that onto the black where we put on the lid, or onto the black on top of the lid, and just place this all over the lid. And be careful not to get it into your crease, because then glitter will stick up there. So try to keep your eyes kind of open. Now before that dries, I'm gonna be taking my, the star of the show, this Utopia pigment from Makeup Geek, and it's this really pretty gold, dark gold shade with some black flecks into it. I'm gonna pack that onto that flat brush and pack it right onto where we put that glitter base. Okay, now that we have all the top lid pretty much done, I'm gonna take some makeup remover and a cotton ball and just clean up all the fallout. Then to sharpen the edges, I'm gonna take a Q-tip and some makeup remover and just kind of try to clean up the sides of the eyeshadow. Basically give us what tape would give us. If you didn't want to use tape, you could just do this. Then to blend everything and make sure nothing's harsh, I'm taking that fluffy brush we started with and just blending everything together. Make sure not to try to touch that glitter because you just don't want to get it into your crease as much. And I'm just blending everything. And I don't want that harsh line so much harsh. I know it totally looks like I'm a hooker, but that's because my base is not on. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna start off by using a concealer that's way too dark for me, and I feel like I need to use this because this thing was like 30 bucks and it's the Makeup Forever full cover concealer, and it's way too dark, so it's kind of orangey, so I thought maybe I should use it as a corrector. So I'm gonna start off by doing that, and then I'll go over it later with a different concealer. And I'll just kind of use it as a corrector since it is kind of orange. And then today, to switch things up, I'm gonna be using my Real Techniques sponge. Try to be careful not to touch that concealer to your eyeshadow. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to prime first. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So I'm gonna prime using my two primers per usual, my Laura Geller on the rest of my face and my pore minimizing smoothing primer from Makeup Forever in the center of my face. For foundation, I wanted to switch it up as well, so I'm going to be taking my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus foundation, and I have it in the shade 40, and I'm going to place that all over my face using that same Real Techniques sponge. For concealer, I'm going to be using my Eye Lift in a tube by It Cosmetics. And I'm going to be taking my concealer shade first and then the brightener right on top. Then blending that in with the sponge. I'm going to go ahead and bake my under eyes with my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder and my e.l.f. blush brush. So my best friend was trying to ask me about baking. And basically what you do is pack a shit ton of powder under your eyes or wherever you want to bake. And let it sit and cook there for a while, and then buff away the leftover powder. So I'm just gonna place a shit ton of powder under there and let it sit. So while my under eyes are baking, I'm gonna go ahead and start on my brows. Actually, first I'm gonna fix this eyeshadow that my concealer messed up. So to fix that, I'm gonna go ahead and just take my transition brush, the brush we started with, and just blend that out. And we'll put a highlight in the inner corner to liven things up later. But for right now, while my under eyes are baking, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. Then for brows, I'm gonna be outlining and kind of filling them in with my NYX brow pencil and then darkening them up with my dip brow pomade from Anastasia in the shade Ebony, and this is in the color Taupe. I'm just gonna clean up my brows with a little bit of foundation right at the top. Just gonna take this stippling brush and kind of buff away that excess powder. Now I'm gonna go ahead and contour my face using my Smashbox contour stick while we're here at the face. Okay, wrong stick. This stick. Then I'm gonna go ahead and blend that in with my e.l.f. stippling brush. Now to stick with the cream kind of theme, I'm going to be taking my cream blush in Camille from Stila. I've really been liking using this. It's a really pretty nude shade. And I'm just going to dip my kind of Real Technique sponge in there and place that on my cheeks. Now to lock and set everything in place, I'm going to be taking my Tarte Light Powder, and it's just their setting powder. Now for the lower lash line, we're going to take that reddish brown shade that we used kind of in our crease with a pencil brush. And this is going to be our transition shade kind of for our lower lash line. So you're going to want to buff it all over that part. Now I'm going to be taking a black shade in an angled brush. Just use the same black you used before. And put that as close to the lower lashes as possible. And you want to focus mainly the black on the outer corner to the middle of the eye. And then you're going to want to take that pencil brush you used for the reddish brown shade and just blend out that black into the red line. Now I'm going to take my black liner from Stila, my brown liner from Stila. It's like a dark brown. I've really been loving this to put on the waterline. And you could also tightline with it if you wanted to. Now I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. And I'm not doing a winged liner, can you believe that? I just feel like I really want that glitter to show and I don't want to cover it up. To prime my eyes or my eyelashes, I'm gonna be using my Tarte Lash Primer. For mascara, I'm gonna be using my Lash Domination from Bare Minerals. And then I'm just gonna apply some mascara to the lower lashes as well. For the inner corners of the eyes, I want them to really pop, so I'm going to be using my favorite highlight for the eyes, and it's in the Lorac Mega 2 Pro palette, and it's called Fresco. It's that shade right there. And your eyes are finished. I'll zoom you in for a close-up. Oh my gosh, I really like the way the eyes turned out. So for my face, maybe I'll do a little bit more contouring. I feel like I got enough contouring done with the contour stick. But just because it's full glam, I'm going to be taking my NARS Laguna bronzer just on my e.l.f. stippling brush and just chiseling out the cheeks a little bit more. Then down the center, or down the sides of my nose. Now I absolutely love the way this blush looks like by itself, but paired with my other favorite blush, which is Laura Geller's Pink Grapefruit. Right on top is just amazeballs. I love this combination, so that is what I'm gonna do today. And I'm gonna try to be light-handed since our eyes are so dark. And for highlight, of course, I have to be using Champagne Pop for this look because it's just full glam. Now what to do for the lips. I am so torn on what to do. I know I want to do a nude for sure since our eyes are so bam. So first I'm going to start off by taking Pure Hollywood from Anastasia. I haven't used this in forever. I do like the way this looks, but to me it's a little bit too nude, so I'm going to try to pinken it up with some of this gloss that's really pink. This is the Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie Lip Gloss in the color Miss Popular. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pinken up the nude lip with this. And that is pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair and my outfit and stuff so I look normal and show you the finished look.